Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream. Double stream today, as I told you guys earlier. Obviously, I'm going to be talking about Liverpool Football Club today. I'm going to talk about my club, you know. And there's a lot for us to discuss. There's a lot for us to talk about, like the contract situation, like the squad, like a lot of stuff we have to talk about, you know, today regarding LFC. Big up to every single one of you guys. Please do make sure guys are slapping the like button. Do make sure guys are subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. We are closing in on 41k. We're literally just 50 subs away. Inshallah, we hit it, tomorrow, stuff like that. There's a lot of tomorrow, inshallah. I've got 2 streams planned. One with the Liverpool guys that I usually do on Fridays. I'm doing tomorrow, inshallah. And I have, of course, as you guys know, on Sunday we have Ahwaz. So we're going to be doing that, inshallah. So hit the like button if you're watching right now. Subscribe to the channel. And let's go. Let's talk about Liverpool Football Club so far this season. You know, we're going to unpack this year, inshallah. Look, I think we have to start with one thing first, before I get to the contract, before I get to any of that stuff. First of all, we must give praise to Arne Slot. Arne Slot has been absolutely incredible this season. Arne Slot has been absolutely amazing this season. And I think sometimes, you know, people like Rere in the chat and others, we can praise Arne Slot without saying anything negative about Jurgen Klopp. And I think this is a very important thing here, because people, a lot of the times, like whenever you want to praise Arne Slot, some people's first sentence is like, oh, Jurgen Klopp was this, Jurgen Klopp was that. Guys, this notion, shout out Mo, this notion that Jurgen Klopp was not a tactician and used to just scream at the players and you know, motivate them before a game is just it's just BS, man. Last season we played Manchester City at Anfield. We had more possession, more shots on target, absolutely dominated Manchester City. Now, if a manager is not a tactician, you can't have more possession than Manchester City against a Pep Guardiola side. You know, we had the highest XG in the whole league last season. Yes, there are different styles of management. Like, obviously, you've got the Slot style, the Pep style, the Arteta style, the blah, blah, blah. Every manager has their own different style, their own different way of doing things. That doesn't mean that I'm looking at Arne Slot right now going like, oh my God, Jurgen Klopp is crap. And Jurgen Klopp is this. Jurgen Klopp was unbelievable. I mean, let's not forget, in our whole lifetime, we've seen 1 league title, guys. You know, people even my age, people who are a little bit older than me, people who are a little bit younger than me, we've only seen 1 league title. Our whole lifetime, we've seen 1 league, you guys. And that 1 league was won by Jurgen Klopp. So obviously the guy is not like a random manager who just, and by the way, we came close twice as well, you know, literally with 1 point. So what we can't do is sit up here and act like Jurgen Klopp is just a random manager, you know, who couldn't manage, who has no tactics, and used to just scream at the players before we went out on the pitch. Come on, man. Like, come on. You know, the praise that was given to Jurgen Klopp from worldwide journalists, even from fellow managers and stuff. I remember Pep Guardiola came out in a press conference and said there are only 2 managers in the English Premier League that play their way everywhere. And he said about himself, and he said Jurgen Klopp was the second one. So big up Chloe. So regardless, it's not a random manager. Jurgen Klopp came to Liverpool Football Club in a really, really, really bad state. Let's not destroy what Jurgen Klopp built, or you know, how he was as a manager, just to praise Arne Slot. I have been very, very praising of Arne Slot this season, and rightfully so. But we don't have to like talk negatively about Jurgen Klopp to praise Slot. And this is one of the things that I hate regarding some of the Liverpool discourse. Like, it's like almost as if we were winging it with Liverpool, bro. Just like this time last year, we were top of the league even with Jurgen Klopp. even with the way that we play football. And I love stuff like this. This is something that was brought up earlier on by Ryan. Pick up Pep Linders. So everything wrong that happened at the football club was Jurgen Klopp's fault, and everything positive was Pep Linders. So the reason why we dominated Manchester City in possession is Pep Linders, but the reason why we lost the league is Jurgen Klopp. This is literally their logic, and this is why their logic is flawed, and this is why their logic makes no sense. Let me prop up the assistant for us having more possession against Manchester City, but let me blame the manager for us losing a league title. So which one is it? And you're saying I can't take a joke? No, I can take a joke, but I'm responding to the idea because it was the idea presented earlier on in the earlier on stream by Rere. Rere said this thing earlier on. He was like, "Oh, that was Pep Linders. Talk about Pep Linders." Okay, so it's Pep Linders' fault we lost the league last season. Then it wasn't even Klopp's fault. So yeah, regardless, I don't. In the earlier on stream, he presented that argument. Little 16 out of 10 fraud. Big up to the general Aaron who says hit the like button, please. Yes, big up to you, Aaron, man. The general, I appreciate you so much, man. You always show us love. You're always showing support, keeping the chat in check. Make sure guys are listening to him and liking, because there's still a lot of stuff to come in the stream. I have to talk about a lot of topics today. So yeah, and I think this comes back to this whole thing, obviously. The stuff with the slot out stuff and how Husam said, what Husam says. I think people who watch me know exactly why I said slot out. Look, sometimes in football, when you do YouTube like myself, and you have to react to certain news at some point in time, you give your emotional reaction. You don't really give a logical opinion where you just take a step back and do your research or give the man time or blah, blah, blah. And I was 100% wrong to be slot out when he was first appointed, but I literally took it back a week later. Now, the problem is with this no context, clips and people who just play the clip repeatedly, it doesn't affect me because I've already taken that back 100 million times. And I think at the time, people need to take into context. We wanted Xabi Alonso, he rejected us. We wanted Amarim, and then all of a sudden, this Arne Slot guy is taking over from Jurgen Klopp. From the guy, Arne Slot is taking over from the guy at Liverpool Football Club. So obviously there was a little bit of a taken back reaction, who the hell is this Arne Slot guy, and why the hell is he why the hell is he Liverpool manager after Klopp? That's the thing. So obviously people have that type of reaction, but so far let's be serious now. Let's be serious. Actually, I'm not even going to say because I know some people will lie. And I will make this claim because I think that's a very objective and fair claim. I don't think anyone expected us to be top of both Champions League and Premier League, by mid-November. I don't think anyone expected this. I really don't. I don't think anyone expected this. I don't think anyone went oh yeah, we're gonna be winning, we're gonna be dominating, and I don't think this was a thing in anyone's mind. I don't think anyone expected this, whether it be a rival or the most positive Liverpool fan. And because here's the thing. It's funny, we come back full circle to this whole leopard and the tree stuff, and the underdog tag and blah blah blah. Here's the thing. Today I did a stream with Deji, Spurs Deji, and you guys heard him with your own ears. What did he say? He actually predicted Spurs to come third. Guys, when I say stuff, I'm not making it up. Rival fans in the summer were putting Spurs above Liverpool, Chelsea above Liverpool, Man United above Liverpool. There were all sorts of different predictions. All sorts of different predictions where people were putting us on a really bad place, you guys. That's why I refuse to listen to any of these rivals who are trying to force this narrative on me. Liverpool, you must. If you don't win the league, blah, Habibi, what? You want me to say I'm favorite and I'm gonna win the league in mid-November? this is why sometimes like this rivals being frauds is just never gonna change, you guys. It's just never gonna change. Like, I expected the title race, I expected us to challenge, I expected us to finish third, but I don't think anyone expected us to be in this position right here, mid-November, specifically the Champions League one. I mean, Aaron here, and I kept his comment here on purpose to get to the main point, which is Aaron has been supporting Liverpool for a really long time, you guys. A lot longer than even I have. A lot longer than even I have been a Liverpool fan. A lot longer than, probably I've watched football. This guy been watching football since the 80s, you guys. And even Aaron predicted Liverpool to come third. And there's a reason behind that. And this takes me back to the summer, because now we have to speak about the players as well. Look, in the summer, preseason happened. We were watching we were watching fantastic Liverpool performances in the preseason. I can't deny that. I don't think anyone can deny that. We had a fantastic preseason, absolutely incredible, beating teams left, right, and center, stuff like that. But we were all aware of the stuff that was missing. Look at Mo. You're such a fraud. We were all aware about the stuff that we were missing in the summer. Everyone take your mind back. June time. Let's take our mind back to the beginning of the transfer window. We were all in consensus agreement that Liverpool needed a DM. Most people agreed that we needed a new left back, a new center back. Some people even said new forward. And when the transfer window shut, all we signed was Federico Chiesa. We signed one player. We signed one player who we have not even watched. Federico Chiesa is the only player that we signed this summer. And I think it's so disingenuous and it's so not true for any rival or Liverpool fan to claim that at the time of when the transfer window ended, like, oh yeah, let's go, we're gonna win the league, we signed Chiesa. Let's be serious. Obviously, even when we signed him, I literally did a stream, I sang the Italian national anthem because we were starving, we signed no one. So, I tried to big it up, and people, of course, never include the true context, because obviously it's all about misrepresentation for likes and retweets, and some things will never change. I was asked by individuals 6 months ago to not mention someone, and I haven't mentioned them ever since. But of course, it's different when the other side is obsessed with you. But I was extremely positive this summer. Everyone remembers the video. Do you guys remember the trust the nerds videos and all that type of stuff? Trust the nerds. Let Michael Edwards cook. Let Michael Edwards do this. Let him do that. Trust in what he's doing. And we brought him back to do this, and we brought him back to do that. And we were all very positive in the summer, including myself. I was like, listen, this club is not going to just deteriorate now when we're going to go to the shits. We still have Mo. We still have Allison. We still have Van Dijk. We still have Trent, And other people in the chat, like Ray and Selection, who, of course, they agree on Slot, and they both wanted the Egyptian king gone in the summer. They both wanted Mohamed Salah gone in the summer, because they were like, oh, we get 100 million and we can replace him. Imagine where we would be without him right now. But we were so excited in the summer, myself included. I was talking about the big summer, and, we kind of, maybe did we fall for the PR a little bit? Possibly we did fall for the PR. But then when Liverpool, started selling players, I'll be honest with you, Selection, you are the definition of wrong and strong. 3 years doing YouTube, have said I'm wrong probably 50 times on things I've been wrong on, whether it be individual moments, whether it be certain games, whether it be certain predictions. I've never seen you say you're wrong. This, you still standing by, you would sell Mo, is the worst opinion in YouTube history. How can you watch this current Liverpool side and think selling Mo is going to do us any good? Regardless who you want to sign as the replacement. You want to see proof? Collective opinion, forget mine. Chat. Number answers, please. Where would Liverpool be without Mo this season? Give me a number. And rivals, get involved as well. Where do you think Liverpool would be without Mo this season? Give me a position on the table. Just give me a position on the table. I just want to see numbers in the chat. Just so, because Selection maybe need to look at people's opinions. 14th, 13th, 6th, top 6th, 7, 3rd, 8th, 2nd, 7th. Let's objectively destroy this shit right here once and for all. Objectively. You know, forget my opinion or anyone's opinion. Objectively. Let's objectively destroy this shit once for all. Because this selection guy will never admit when he's wrong. Ever. It's so weird. Like, these tacticals always do this. Never admit when they're wrong. Liverpool games this season that Salah has affected directly. 1, Ipswich. 2, Brentford. 3, Man United. 4, Wolves. 5, Bologna. 6, Chelsea. 7, Leipzig. 8, Arsenal. 9, Brighton. Leverkusen, 10. Aston Villa, 11. Khalas. Forget opinions. How many games did we play? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17. We played 17 games. He affected 11 of them. He actually affected 11 of them. Like, fully, positively affected 11 of them. And some of them we didn't even play well. But he just gave us 2 moments. Prime example, Chelsea. Chelsea was amazing for 90 minutes. Like, it wasn't even a moments thing. But I don't see any player in the squad that can make that Moat Curtis Jones pass. I don't. Game like Bologna, he literally crossed the ball in to McAllister. And he got the moment that we scored the goal. Leipzig, the header. It was going into the back of the net. Nunes scored it, no problem. But we're talking about moments here. We're talking about him stepping up. Man United away at Old Trafford. 2 assists and a goal. Completely just won us the game. Ipswich, we were absolute dog shit in the first half. And 2 moments from Mo once again gives you the 3 points. This is the thing. Sometimes football is played in moments. And before I even get to Salah, we got sidetracked by an idiotic comment of someone who still won't admit that he was wrong about selling Salah. Crazy. At least I took back the slot out thing a week later. Anyway, regardless. So when the transfer window ended, no one expected us to be here. Not rivals, not Liverpool fans, not no one. A lot of positive Liverpool fans in the summer, and that's fine. But no one expected us to be top of the league and top of the Champions League. And now we're in this position. And we're a month and a half away from the transfer window. We're a month and a half away from the January transfer window. And I think once and for all, in the transfer window, we have to back this team. We have to back this team because this is a prime opportunity. Arsenal look like dog shit this year. Manchester City without Rodri is just a wrecking ball. You know, it's just not working. This team needs help. And look, some people get into semantics sometimes. Big up, Arne. Tell him. Sometimes people get into semantics. Like Mike Das tried to create this semantics argument on a halftime show. He's like, I don't know how you can look at this team and say we need a DM. Sometimes, guys, conversations can be quality conversations, and some conversations can be quantity conversations, and some conversations can be both. Am I insistent on the fact that Liverpool needs specifically a DM? No. I think we need a midfielder. I think we need a central midfielder. Whether it's a 10 or a 8 or a 6, I don't care. Just get me a midfielder. The reason why I say that is the following. At some point in time, you're going to have to rotate and rest players. Meaning, Carabao Cup against Southampton, I don't want to see Gravenberch, McAllister. I don't want to see any of these players. I don't want to see Salah. I don't want to see, the main starters. This is why rotation is key. Rotation is very important. The reason why I say that is when you rotate, you keep the fatigue and the health argument to the side. Because if you guys remember in January, the reason last season why I said we should strengthen in January is the same exact thing that people were saying in March. Oh, the players are tired. Oh, the players have fatigue, blah, 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 blah. And at the end of the day, to give your opportunity, your team the opportunity to win a league title, you have to be as healthy as possible and have as less tiredness as possible as well. Like, do you guys want to see Gravenberch play in the Carabao Cup 4th round away at Southampton? I'm not trying to see that. Do you guys want to see Salah lace up his boots to play in the Carabao Cup 4th round? I'm not trying to see any of that, you guys. I'm trying to see a team that can rotate. I'm trying to see a team that can change stuff up. I'm trying to see a team that can make positive impacts off of the bench. And there have been players like a Tsimikas that have had a fantastic season even off of the bench, maybe an unexpected level from him. Konate's fitness, alhamdulillah, inshallah he doesn't get injured this season and he stays fit till the end of the year. You've got the likes of Connor Bradley who have stepped up. Curtis Jones has taken his game to the next level. See, once again, selection, admitting when I'm wrong. Curtis Jones has been fantastic this season. Players have given us moments. Players have given us energy, stuff like this. But Chills gets what I'm saying. And that is my point. What I do not want is Gravenberch ending up like Fabinho. I'll take all you guys' minds back to a final that pisses us all off when I'm going to mention it. But that Paris final against Real Madrid. Did you guys see how Thiago, Fabinho, Keita were at the end of the game? Did you see how just dead tired, dead fatigued they were? And that's because lack of rotation, lack of squad depth. And this is the issue that we have with this team right now. It's the same thing. I don't want Gravenberch to end up like Fabinho, where I'm watching in May, and by the 60th minute, his leg's gone. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see a Gravenberch in which by the 60th minute, his leg's gone and he's finished and he can't even run on the pitch anymore. And that will only come with the rotation, with keeping him fresh. Now, I understand there are certain games you have to play Gravenberch back to back. Prime example, you can play against Manchester City in the Premier League and then play against Real Madrid in the Champions League. I expect Gravenberch to start both games. I expect Salah to start both games. I expect McAllister, Van Dijk, Konate, Trent, Tsimikas, hopefully, Alisson/Keller, whoever, to start those games. But then when I'm playing Southampton in the Carabao Cup before Manchester City, because we play Southampton double, right? Let me just double check this. Actually, we play Southampton and then we play Real Madrid straight away. And that even makes the point even stronger. This is exactly why rotation is needed. And this brings us now to the January transfer window. If Liverpool sign players in this January window, I think we can win the league. 100% we can win the league. But this comes back now to the leopard in the 3-point. Hear me out before you say, oh my God, Husam, you just want to play a narrative and the underdog. No, forget all that. I'm going to be dead serious about something. We have to build a lead so strong that even if Arsenal and City do wake up, it's too late. Meaning, January comes, mid-January, February-ish, and we're 15 points above Manchester City, Arsenal, whoever. Even if they do wake up at the time, it's too late. You get what I'm saying? We have a lead so strong that they just simply cannot catch up. That is what I'm targeting. I'm targeting for us to be so ahead of them that even if they do wake up at the end of the season, it's too late. Like what we did in 2019, 2020. Guys, remember the league title that we won? We were so ahead of everyone. We were completely ahead of everyone else. Completely ahead of everyone else. Even if someone woke up, it's too late. Because Manchester City's performances did get better at the end of the 19-20 season, but was too late because Liverpool was 18 points ahead or whatever it is. And the way that you can maintain your lead is by giving yourself quantity and quality. This is key. Jota is injured. Shock. Who would have expected Diego Jota is injured? Now, to be fair to him, this time someone just, laid on his ribs. So that's not something that's going to happen regularly. Regardless, Jota is an injury-prone player. Robertson has an injury on him. Tsimikas has an injury on him. Trent has an injury on him. Konate, may Allah protect him, has an injury on him every now and then. There are players in the squad that are susceptible to injury, which is why you need to put yourself in a position in which these injuries don't start a fall-off. And how do you do that? By signing players. And I'm not even asking, before people say, this is FIFA, Husam, you want FIFA. Guys, when I first started YouTube, Arne probably recalls this better than anyone. Chills even will get what I'm saying. When I first started YouTube, Redline Teranga knows for a fact what I'm about to say. When I first started YouTube, You had to say, I want Liverpool to sign Kylian Mbappe for you to be considered a FIFA merchant. You had to say, something wild, something crazy, sign me this player for 80 million, sign me this player for 90 million. That's what was considered a FIFA merchant. Now, if you ask for 30 million Ederson, they say you're a FIFA merchant, but that's not FIFA because that's realistic. And listen here, you Chelsea scumbag. Listen here, Mr. Iqbali, and listen here, all the Chelsea scumbags in the chat. Manchester City are slowly falling off. I might be your last hope against Arsenal. So what you should do as a Chelsea fan, since your team sucks and can't be in a title race, is learn the lyrics to You'll Never Walk Alone and sing it. Sing it loud, you Chelsea scum, you blue scumbags. It could be a position where it's either us or Arsenal. So choose your enemy carefully and choose your allies carefully, you Chelsea scum. Now, back to the topic. Now asking for regular players is considered FIFA merchant. And now I want to say something to the chat. The reason why I mentioned the Mike Das point earlier on. Mike Das is like, if you watch this Liverpool team and you think we need a defensive midfielder, you don't understand football. Like he didn't say it quite like that, but it's my best LA impression. If you watch this Liverpool team, we literally don't need a DM. That's what he was saying, like in that logic, in that way, in that style. And I just sat back and I went like, you know what, Mike? I couldn't care less. DM 8, number 10. Maybe Arne Slot has assessed the squad and he thinks we need a number 10 more. Yacha, I don't care. Yacha, Slot wants a 10, give it to him, عادي. Maybe he watches Soboslai and his eyes are falling off, and he wants to stick pins in his eyeballs from watching Soboslai. Maybe he wants a number 10. Yacha, I'm not going to sit up here and cry and moan. Maybe he wants an attacking thinking 8. Maybe he wants a defensive thinking midfielder. Maybe he wants a straight up 6. Maybe he wants a destroyer. Maybe he wants a ball progressor. See selection, I'm learning the tactical terms. Maybe he wants a ball carrier in midfield. I don't know what the hell he wants, but give him something to give him help. Obviously, Arne Slot is cooking. Obviously, we're in a very good spot, but this team needs help. We have made a fantastic pizza. We have the tomato sauce. We just need mozzarella. You get me? We need to put the mozzarella. You get me? And it's not Federico Chiesa we have to put on the pizza because he's always injured. We need to get mozzarella. We have to put the ingredients. We have to find the correct oven. And then I see my club wanting to sign Milos Kerkez. And I'm just sat there going like, yes, I think Robertson's finished. Yes, I'd love a new DM. But it's like the last thing I'd sign right now. I want us to get a DM first, and then I want us to get a center back, and then we work our way through. And then we take it to a different level, to be honest with you. Kerkez is a fantastic player, and he would make Liverpool better, but it's not like a do or die signing right now. Tsimikas is fine. Robertson is shit, but sometimes he's good against the lower league teams. But what we cannot do is January comes and we sign Kerkez and call it a day. Why are we signing a left back, bro? Can we get other positions? Yeah, can we get other positions? Let's get a DM first. Let's get a midfielder first. Let's get an 8 first. And these are the positions where we need the rotation. Now I see certain people in the chat say Baleba, and that's fine. I really like Baleba. If we signed Baleba, I'd be very happy. But let me say one thing, and chat, I want you all involved. First of all, big up to Aaron and Selection, despite his fraudulence for the super chats. Make sure guys are slapping the like button. We're not even at 100 likes yet. You bunch of bozos. Hit the like button now. Let's get to 200 likes. Now, if Liverpool were to call Brighton and inquire for Baleba, how much would Brighton want? Give me a number answer in the chat right now. The floor is yours. Give me a number answer. Give me a number. No paragraphs, no letters, no essays to your family members. Just write me a number. How much are Brighton going to ask for in January? Look at the chat. Look, guys, you realize? Do you guys realize for 80 million pounds? You could actually sign both players that you need. Look at Hamid. He says this is why City will mount a comeback and win it again. And this is exactly why I push this underdog narrative. Because they can go sign someone in January. We cannot sign Kerkez first. I want Kerkez, but that can't be the first thing. Who buys the cherry before he buys the flour to make the cake? Yahi, buy the flour first. Buy the flour, buy the sugar, buy the egg, buy the main ingredient, and then buy the cherry at the end. If City signs Zubimendi in January, the war that I will unleash will be unmeasurable. It will just be so strong. It's just, we cannot have City buying Zubimendi. We just can't. I'm sorry, we can't. This notion that City signs Zubimendi is just a shit notion. I just don't want us to do that, to be honest with you. I really don't want to see that. I don't want to see that in any way, shape, or form in any world, wallah. We cannot sign. Let them sign Zubimendi. Shukran, Hamid Habibi. Big up for the super chat. Hopefully you're wrong and they don't want to come back. But regardless, sometimes people throw out names and those names are actually more unrealistic than the names that you think are more unrealistic. Who's a more realistic signing in January, chat? Get involved again. I'm going to give you two choices. Realistic signing in January. Very simple question. Realistic signing this January. Baleba or Chouameni? Which one is the realistic signing? Baleba, Chouameni, choose one. Which one is the realistic one? Tell me. And look who I'm saying. I'm saying Chouameni, the Madrid player. Which one is more realistic? As much as Chouameni plays for Real Madrid, he is a more realistic signing than Baleba. And that's because of this. Money talks, Habibi. Money talks. My wallet is in another room. Or I just said, money talks with my 1 dinar note. Money talks. The reason why Chouameni is more realistic than Baleba is we would actually pay less to get Chouameni than we would do to get Baleba. Are you guys aware of this? You guys know how mad that is. You guys know how crazy that is. You guys understand that we would pay less to get Chouameni than we would to get Baleba. Are you guys aware how insane that is? That is so insane. Like, and this is why I don't want to go to Brighton and spend 80, 90 million. I don't. Because I know that we could spend those 80 million on buying two players that secure our position. And another thing I want to say, when it comes to this whole thing, but you say Premier League tax is hefty. They wanted 100 million for Adam Wharton, Habibi. Never more. They wanted 100 million for Adam Wharton. I never said go sign Adam Wharton 100 million. I never said that shit. Never. They wanted 100 million pounds for Adam Wharton. You guys remember in the summer? Chat, you remember this, right? You remember? I'm not making it up. They wanted 100 million pounds for Adam Wharton. I'm not making it up. This is not a universe that only exists in my brain and I'm just saying shit for the sake of it. They wanted 100 million for Adam Wharton. 100 million, you know, for Adam Wharton. Who the fuck does Crystal Palace think Adam Wharton is? Do you think it's the next Ronaldinho, Habibi? It's just so unrealistic. And that's why now we come back full circle. Zubimendi said no. Chouameni is not realistic because Militao got injured. Baleba's too much money. Go get Ederson. Go get Alan Varela. There are so many. Go get Joao Gomez from Wolves. Some people might say this is not the quality. Guys, but sometimes quantity matters as well. Do you guys think that McAllister and Gravenberg are going to play every single game of football from now to the end of the season? These guys are human beings. McAllister will always get called up to Argentina, always. Scaloni has McAllister pictures in his room. You get what I'm saying? Gravenberch is now also a starter in the Dutch national team. So this is why we have to be objective about this. We need to get players. Sometimes it is not a case of just quality, it is also a case of quantity with a little bit of quality. Is Varela a shit player? No, he isn't. Is Ederson a shit player? No, he isn't. Is he as good as Zubimendi? No. Is he as good as Chouameni? No, but they're also very good players, which is why we need rotation. Which is why rotation matters in this conversation. Rotation is very important. And actually, if you watch McAllister right now, you can tell he's getting a little bit leggy already. Does anyone notice this about McAllister, by the way? He still is, like, in my opinion, our most complete midfielder, as in, like, on the football pitch, the stuff that he can do with a football. But even then, I think he's tiring up a little bit. It's just tiring up completely. And there is a reason for that. That's why we need rotation. We completely need rotation. And it's a very dangerous sign. It's a very dangerous sign that we're talking about a player being tired in November. Guys, I cannot be talking about fatigue in November. Chills is a very positive guy. He's half glass full. Like, Chills is Chills is always half glass full. We're gonna win the league, blah, blah, blah. No problem. I love Chills. Chills is my guy. But even Chills will tell you, we cannot speak about fatigue in November. I cannot be here in November talking about fatigue. I can't be in November telling you a player is tired, guys. I can't. So what am I gonna say in February? What I'm gonna say in March? What I'm gonna say in April? If I'm saying they're fatigued in November, I'm gonna say they're broken in March. This is why we need rotation, ya akhi. This is why we need to sign players. It's not even a thing where it's like new toy syndrome, or I'm not talking about any of this. I'm just talking about getting refreshments to help the squad. That's it. That's it. Let me do a couple of these super chats before we carry on speaking about the contract. First of all, before I even do the super chat, this comment grabbed my attention from Casket here. He says, Chouameni has been awful this season. And now I ask you, Casket, who has been good for Real Madrid this season? Bellingham looks like shit. He would start for us. Vinicius don't look that good. Mbappe doesn't look that good. Guys, they're playing Valverde right wing back. There is a systematic issue at Real Madrid. There is a systematic problem. They don't work. They don't. They just don't. The way that they play football at Real Madrid is incoherent. No one can shine. No one. Their best players are not shining. Their best players are not shining. Never mind, I Chouameni shining. That's why I'm not looking at their current form and taking that into perspective, because the way that they're playing right now, no one is shining. Bellingham is playing right wing. Valverde is playing right wing back. They're all over the place. They have three players who don't track back at all. It doesn't work. It does not work. You get what I'm saying? Big up to you, Casket. We need a tempo controller. That's why Slot is desperate for Zubimendi. Baleba, Ederson, etc. aren't that profile. If we get someone in general, be Zubimendi. I'll be very happy if we sign Zubimendi. I'll be extremely happy if we sign Zubimendi. 100%. Zubimendi is still, even right now, the best option for us in the transfer window. I have never ever denied that once. I have never ever said that I don't think Zubimendi is the best option for us right now. I have never ever said that, I don't think us getting Zubimendi right now is a smart idea. I think the absolute smartest idea right now would be go get Zubimendi. 100%. But this is where now me and you disagree. If we cannot get Zubimendi, that does not necessitate or equal get no one. Do I want Zubimendi? Yes. Do I think he's our best target in this January window? Yes. Do I think he would elevate us the most? Yes. That does not mean that if Zubimendi says no again, you just get no one. You just sit on your ass and go like, oh, Zubimendi said no again. We're just going to watch. We can't do this. This is where we have to come to a consensus agreement on this point right here. Zubimendi will never play ahead of Rodri. He won't want to play regularly for half a season. If he makes that decision, it will be about the money. I think if Zubimendi chooses Manchester City, we cannot say it's about the money because they do win stuff. So obviously he's looking at titles, he's looking at success, which is all right. He's a football player at the end of the day and he wants to win stuff, which I understand. I understand why from Zubimendi's perspective. But would he be a guaranteed starter at Liverpool compared to Manchester City? 100%. Zubimendi, McAllister, Gravenberch would be the sexiest midfield in terms of keeping the ball, being press resistant. These things are so important in the slot system. Very important. That's why, you know who's shining right now? Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones is fucking cooking. And say this slowly, but Curtis Jones is slowly climbing the ranks. You want to know, honestly, when I'm doing the starting 11 for Southampton, after I put Salah, Van Dijk, immediate guy I'm putting in is Curtis Jones. He's been so good. And there's a reason for that. And here's the thing with Zubimendi. I think he actually elevates us because Zubimendi is almost Curtis Jones plus McAllister into one midfielder. Like Zubimendi is like Curtis Jones' skill set and McAllister's skill set and a little bit of Gravenberch's skill set. I still think Gravenberch is a better, listen to this selection, ball carrier, a ball progressor than Zubimendi. But I think there's a lot of things that we need, to be honest with you. Selection, here we go. I haven't read this yet. Husam throwing out names like he hasn't seen Slot use his DM. Ederson would have been great under Klopp, not Slot though, in my opinion. I hear you. I don't even think this is objectively wrong, what you're saying. I don't even think what you're saying is crazy, my brother. All I'm simply saying is, let's try for Zubimendi. Meaning, January 1st comes, call Sociedad, say, Zubimendi, Habibi, I forgive you for saying no 6 months ago. I'm going to give you another chance. You get me? So, try for Zubimendi. My only objection to the super chat is the following. If Zubimendi says no, you can't sit on your ass. You have to find a solution. Now, Ederson is good on the ball. And you know this yourself, Selection. You saw what he did to Arsenal. You saw it with your own eyes in the Champions League. Ederson is also good on the ball. Ederson is not like shit on the ball and he's just a destroyer. That's more like Ugarte. Ederson is actually good on the ball. Are there midfielders that are better on the ball? 100%. 100% there are midfielders that are better on the ball. But for me right now, I wouldn't complain if we signed Ederson. I think Ederson would be a great signing as well. I think Ederson would be a fantastic signing for us. So, look, he's a very good player. He won't elevate us as much as Zubimendi would. But let's all agree that if we do try for Zubimendi again in January and he says no, we can't sit on our ass and just say we're not going to sign anyone. That is what I have a problem with. We have to, even if Zubimendi says no again, to try get option B. We can't repeat the same mistake in the summer where option A said no and we just sat on our ass. We need option B as well. And this is the thing. We get rejected, no problem. Go buy option B. By the way, regardless who you bring to the table, Selection, you might tell me Stiller, you might tell me tell me Stiller, you might tell me what's his name? You might tell me Ederson, you might tell me Alan Varela. I don't care, to be honest with you, Selection. I'm not picky at this moment in time because I recognize that I'm trying to rotate players. I'll give you an example. Actually, best example is the week we're about to have right now. This is the positive of having an Ederson in the team. Let's just use Ederson as an example for the sake of argument. Southampton is coming up. When we return to the Premier League, we have Southampton. We play against Southampton, Ederson, Curtis Jones, Szoboszlai. We win anyway, because it's bloody Southampton. Then we take on Real Madrid. Who do we play? We play McAllister, Gravenberch, Curtis Jones. Then we take on Manchester City. Maybe Slot sees a weakness in Manchester City that he would want someone like an Ederson in the team. He puts in Ederson, he puts in McAllister, he puts in Gravenberch. He rests Curtis Jones. And this is how you rotate. And this is how you win stuff. You have to have players in the team rotate. And I'm actually going to use our club as an example. Chat. In the quadruple charge season, name the player that you think is the biggest reason why we won a Carabao Cup and an FA Cup. Quadruple charge season. Who do you guys think is the biggest reason why we ended up with 2 domestic trophies? Give me one player's name, please. I know it's always a collective and it's a team sport, but who would you say gets the most credit for us winning the domestic trophies that season? Big up Justin, because he got it already. Guys, one of the biggest reasons in the quadruple charge season why we actually won 2 domestic trophies is Takumi Minamino. Sometimes, guys, Takumi Minamino is not Salah level. He's not Diaz level. He's not, Jota level. He's not Mane level. Nothing. But he came in the cup competitions, played his role, delivered, scored goals. We go through. And this brings me back to the like disagreement with selection, which I don't even think is a massive disagreement because me and selection aren't that far apart this time. Zubimendi says no. Don't sit back now and do nothing. Do something. Zubimendi says, oh no, Zubimendi wants to stay in the mountains of San Sebastian and eat paella. Habibi, stay in the mountains of San Sebastian. Eat as much paella as you want. The truth of the matter is, sometimes quantity matters. Quadruple charge season. Premier League winning season, Champions League winning season. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain played a role. Divock Origi played a role. Xherdan Shaqiri played a role. There are players who played roles who might not be as good. And I'll put it to you guys this way. Ryan and selection probably are the 2 that don't want Ederson the most in this chat right now, which I have no problem with. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I'll ask you both and everyone in the chat a question. Put 1 in the chat if you would be comfortable with playing Ederson against the bottom 10 teams in the league. Purely, strictly bottom 10 teams. Put 1 in the chat if you are okay with Ederson playing against the bottom 10 teams only, even if you don't want him. Look at the chat. There's a reason for this. Because even if you think that Ederson is so ass on the ball or so shit or just can't play football to the level required, but that's not the question, selection. You get what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about, rotation. Even if you think Ederson is not good enough or doesn't elevate this team or doesn't elevate the squad, even against the bottom 10 teams, he could be someone you use. Where maybe I'm playing Bayern away at the Allianz on a Wednesday, but I have to play, first before I go do that game. I have to play, a shit team like a Man United at Anfield. I can bring in Ederson. You get what I'm saying? I can bring in Ederson for rotation. I don't have to play Ederson every game. Prime example, that's what Pep did, by the way. Pep, in the season they won the treble, had so much rotation, you guys. John Stones played in midfield a couple of games. Like, so much rotation. Ake, Stones, Akanji, John Stones. Like, rotation everywhere. And these things, they matter. If you want to be successful on all ends or on a few ends, you need to be, like, smart with the quantity point as well. It can't be just quality by itself. It can't be, Zubimendi says no. Yalla habibi ma'a salama, January window. We're not going to buy anyone. That doesn't work. Buy someone, bro, is my point. But regardless, I don't disagree with you too much there. Big up to Redline Tarango, says Barrios more of a central midfielder than a DM, but his quality, in my opinion. Once again, Habibi, you want to sign Zubimendi, you want to sign Chouameni, you want to sign Camavinga, you want to sign Baleba, you want to sign Ederson, you want to sign Redline of Taranga, you want to sign Barrios. I don't care. Just get a player who can actually come in, perform at least against the bottom 10 teams where we don't feel someone missing, win. Have I watched Barrios? I don't think I've watched Barrios ever in my whole life. I don't even know who the hell Barrios plays for. But if you tell me Barrios is an option the club look for, no problem. Let's go get Barrios. Wallahi, no problem. You and most people in the comment section don't understand ball. What's the saying you guys say in the UK? The pot calling the kettle black, is it? That's the saying, right? Slot wants a tempo controller, aka Zubimendi. Yet you lot are begging for other profiles. I don't care about the profile as much as you do, Ryan. I care about rotation. I care about players coming in, making a difference. I care about players playing a role in the team. I care about players solving some fatigue and physical issues as well. Do you, Ryan, want Gravenberg to play every single game from now to the end of the season? Simple. Do you really want Gravenberg to play every single game of football from now until May? And do you think that's sustainable? Guys, Salah came on away at Brighton in the Carabao Cup 4th round. And then in March, you're all going to tell me Salah is tired. No shit, Sherlock. Of course they're tired. Because they've been playing all season long. That's why you need rotation. So if Slot says, Ryan, you know for a fact, Ederson can play for Liverpool against the bottom 10 teams in the league, and we would cook. Ederson would be okay on the ball facing the play, but I wouldn't want him receiving back to man or carrying out build-up duties, which seems to be what the 6 do. I don't know who the answer is outside of Zubimendi, to be honest with you. By the way, I respect that because you're saying Zubimendi is the highest level, which I agree with. Once again, the best option for us would be Zubimendi by far because he brings all these things to the table. Good on the ball, good passer, etc., etc., etc. So he would be fantastic for us. Now, if I were to rely on Gravenberch and McAllister this season and not sign Zubimendi, that's fine. But then at least I would need a Ederson or a whoever to come in and rotate, to come in and fill in the gaps here and there, play against the bottom 10 sides, play here, play there, these are the things that I talk about when I speak about rotation, when I speak about shit like this, because I don't want my players to be dead in March selection. Even with Slot making substitutions, even with Slot bringing him off in the 70th minute, even with stuff like this, you need to rotate. Exactly what Chills just said. Rotation is needed for 4 comps. Me and you agree, Selection, that the reason why we won 2 domestic trophies in the quadruple charge season is Takumi Minamino. Takumi Minamino and Ederson probably are of similar levels. Like, maybe Ederson's even a bit higher than Minamino. It's not like Ederson's like garbage or something. Ederson's a good player. He's not amazing, but he's a good player. Point stands when it comes to Minamino. He's not amazing, but he played a role. And we need players who play a role. And that's the thing. And I hope you get my point because, by the way, me and you don't even disagree. And thank you for the super chat as well. And big up to everyone in the chat as well. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. Every single one of you guys right now, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. We're closing in on 150 likes. Let's try get 200 likes ASAP. And now we speak contracts. Chat. Who shall I start with? And I'm going to give you guys the option. Trent or Salah and Van Dijk. Salah and Van Dijk are option A. Trent is option B. Choose who you want me to start with and I'll start with them. Who do you want me to start with? Option A, Salah, Van Dijk. Option B, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Tell me who you want me to start with and I will start with them. Because obviously there's a lot of news regarding him to Real Madrid and shit like this. So I want to hear you guys' honest thoughts on this as well, because I want to hear you guys involved. Okay. Most people in the chat are saying A. A being Salah and Van Dijk. Guys, sometimes when it comes to these football conversations regarding certain players, we have to be really objective, truthful, and honest. Get me? We have to be objective, truthful, and honest. For the people who don't know, Karim Benzema is currently 36 years of age. Karim Benzema is currently 36 years of age. Karim Benzema won the Ballon d'Or aged 34. We just watched Robert Lewandowski score 2 goals away at the Santiago Bernabeu. When you are a player of quality, age is nothing but a number. When you are a player that makes a difference week in, week out, then age is nothing but a number. Objectively speaking, Salah made a difference in 11 out of the 17 games, 2 of them being Carabao Cup games that he didn't play. When you are a player of quality and you make a difference, your age doesn't matter as much as people make out. Who in world football right now can replicate what Salah does for Liverpool? Chat. And I said I'm going to get you guys involved because I don't want to just keep, obviously, I'm a good speaker, alhamdulillah. There's a reason why there's 350 people at this time on a Saturday night during the international break listening to me, which is very good, obviously, because I'm a good speaker. But I want to hear you guys' opinions. I'm going to get to Trent in a bit, Ray. World football, in everyone on the planet, who can give you what Salah is giving you for this Liverpool side? Name names. Name names right now. I want to see names in the chat. I want to see all of you guys' opinions. Out of everyone in world football, who can give you what Salah is giving you right now in the team? Cole Palmer, Vinicius Jr., no one. Vinny, Yamal. Agreed, by the way, Yamal. Palmer, Saka, Yamal. The Turtle, Mbappe. Rodrigo. No one, period. Cole Palmer. Keep going, chat. I genuinely want to hear your opinion. Yamal. Okay. Okay. Who else? Give me names. No, I'm talking about right now. Right now, you remove Salah from this team, you put in a right winger. Who can at least come close to what he's doing? Rodrigo. Ale, I will literally slap the shit out of you. Marmoush can't replicate it. Stop it. He's not a right winger to begin with. Forget whether me and you agree or disagree. Which one out of the names that you mentioned is attainable? Which one from the names you mentioned is an attainable player? Are we going to get Vinicius? No. Are we going to get Rodrigo? No. Are we going to get Kylian Mbappe? No. Are we going to get Lamine Yamal? No. Are we going to get Cole Palmer? No. Are we going to get Bukayo Saka? No. So you know what the smart thing to do is? Give him a contract. And now I ask you all the same question. In world football, who can replicate Van Dijk's form for Liverpool right now? Virgil van Dijk, our captain. Who can give you at least similar levels to what Virgil van Dijk is giving you right now? Who? On a reel, tell me. Don't be shy. Give me your honest opinion. Who you think can give you Van Dijk levels right now? Rudiger, Saliba, nobody. Bastoni. Okay. Rudiger. Okay, who else? Bastoni. Okay. Someone said Ake. Freedom Journey, I will slap the shit out of you. Say Ake again. Konate is in the same team. Why would I want to attain something that's in my team anyway? We're talking about outside Liverpool. Out of all the names you mentioned, there's only one player I would say is actually attainable, and that's Bastoni. And even then, Inter fans will tell you Bastoni is about 5 levels below Van Dijk, and that's no disrespect to Bastoni. He's a fantastic player. I would celebrate if we signed him, but he's not Van Dijk level. We can't sign Saliba. We can't sign Rudiger. We can't sign any of these. So the same thing that I said with Salah, I say with Van Dijk. Give the guy a contract. Give the guy a contract. It's very obvious. When you have a player of that ilk, of that level, of that caliber, you have to give him what he wants, and you have to give him the contract. I have no doubt in my mind Virgil van Dijk can play at Liverpool till he's 35, 36. I have no doubt in my mind Salah can still affect games of football till he's 35, 36. Zero doubt about that whatsoever. I am not worried, not 1%, about them falling off a cliff and becoming shit as soon as they sign a contract. I don't believe in that shit at all. At all. I think Virgil van Dijk will make such a positive impact on Liverpool over the next 3 years. I think Salah will make such a positive impact on Liverpool for the next 3 years. Actually, who's the best right winger in the Premier League, chat? Regardless who you support. Who's the best right winger in the Premier League, chat? Who's the best right winger in the whole Premier League, chat? Be objective. Whoever you want to put, but be objective. Don't give me shit names like Anthony and stuff, because we're having a great discussion today. Salah. There's the odd Saka here and there, but most of the people are saying Salah. Who's the best center back in the Premier League, chat? Who's the best center back in the Premier League, chat? Who did selection say? Because Redline is saying slap him. You think Saka's better than Salah, you bum. Who's the best center back in the whole league, chat? Center back, yalla. Get your answers in. Some guy said Johnny Evans. Have some shame. Virgil van Dijk. And I'm in agreement with that. And now we have come back full circle. This is exactly why Van Dijk and Salah must be given contracts. This is really not difficult, guys. I swear to God. This is the most basic argument I have ever had to make in my entire life. I have never ever had to make a more basic argument than this. This is my most basic argument of all time. طب حبيبي Salah anyway right now, how exactly old are they? Let's check quickly. Because they both played last game. Van Dijk currently is 33. Salah currently is 32. A 32-year-old is the best right winger in the Premier League. And a 33-year-old is the best centre-back in the Premier League. So what the hell, what are we asking ourselves exactly here? Like, what is the question? What is the question that we're even asking ourselves? Like, I don't get it. What's actually the question? There is really no big question to be asked here. There is none. Give Van Dijk and Salah both new contracts. They both want to stay at the club. Even the fraud Ray will tell you. This is common knowledge. Both of them want to stay. So what are we waiting for exactly? Are we gonna go sign Saliba to replace Van Dijk? No. Are we gonna go sign Vinicius Jr. to replace Salah? No. So what are we waiting for exactly? I can't wait, you know. If these two leave, suddenly we could go back to mediocrity, you know. Start signing Kudus as the Salah replacement. That's not gonna work. You know, Bastoni is a very good player, but he can't elevate or do what Van Dijk is doing in this team. And this is why. Give the guys their money, give the guys their contract, and let's help this team. And buy the succession plan while they're there. Meaning, get a right winger who can come on, make a positive impact, who can learn off of Salah. So when Salah goes, you have your replacement ready there already. Simple. Same with Van Dijk. Buy a young center back that you believe is the next Virgil van Dijk. Give him game time, help him elevate with the team, help him improve, help him get better, and he could be that guy. And that is my point. And this is where this discussion is completely objective and realistic. We must speak about these two players. These two players are the best in the world in their positions, are the best in the league in their positions. One of them is the best player in the whole league this season, to be honest with you. This is why we must give them the contracts that they want. And this is why you have a scouting department. That scouting department maybe is looking at a player in the Bundesliga or La Liga or whoever who think 5 years from now will be as good as Salah. One player in one center back in I don't know, in whoever that they think could be as good as Van Dijk 5 years from now. That's fine. Bring them in while Salah and Van Dijk are here. Prime example. Rodri, Fernandinho. You guys know that Rodri and Fernandinho were in the same team. You guys know this, right? And actually, the first season of Rodri, he was dog shit. Do you guys remember this? I remember this. And if you don't remember, I will remind you. The first season of Rodri, he wasn't good at all. He was actually crap. City fans didn't want Rodri starting in Rodri's first season. They wanted Fernandinho. And actually, CAA Mafia just mentioned it. Some people will say even Rodri was shit for the first 18 months. Never mind only the first season. Some people will say that. Now, right here, right now, Ballon d'Or is won by Rodri, and he's the best midfielder in the world. That tells you all you need to know regarding succession plans. Says who you must sit on your ass and wait for Salah to expire to go get a signing. Says who you have to wait until Van Dijk expires to get a center back. Get them in while both guys are here so they can learn off of them. How many players have come out in interviews and used Salah as a positive example in terms of how long he stays after training, how much he works hard, how much he makes the team better, how much he helps to elevate the team, how much he helps take this team to the next level. All of these things, they matter. The reason why they matter is they give these youth players, these young players, a positive role model in the team that they can follow to become consistent, to become that level of player. How many players like a Konate have come out publicly and said Van Dijk's leadership, Van Dijk's calmness on the pitch? And you can see Konate is so much better now than when we first bought him. Konate is better on the football. Konate is more relaxed. He's not as aggressive. He picks his moments when to tackle, when to intercept, when to just keep his position. Konate does that now compared to when we first signed him. And that's because he learned off of Virgil van Dijk. And that's my point. That's why both of them must stay, and we must get the succession plans while they're there. Big up to Arjan, who says spinning Anthony will make the opponent dizzy. He'll make the opponent dizzy and then he'll pass back. You guys remember when Anthony did this whole thing and then he passed the ball back? Yeah, what's the point? You just wasted energy spinning for no reason. You fraud. Anyway, guys, we're closing in on 200 likes. Let's get there. Yalla, 400 people in here. Guys, like the video so the algorithms, you get me, can recommend it to another guy and another guy and another guy. And we're also 50 subs away from 41K. Let's try get there, Habibi. So please like and subscribe. So get the succession plans while they're there. And now we come to the elephant in the tree. Trent Alexander-Arnold. The player that has a lot of Liverpool fans upset on social media. Trent Alexander of Arnold, Habibis. Bomba. Trent. What can I even say, bro? What can I even say? I think what I will say might piss off some people, to be honest with you. What I might say might actually piss off some people. I'll be so real. Look. Trent for the short term is probably the least important contract out of the three. He's my favorite player at Liverpool Football Club because his abilities on the ball, his qualities on the ball. I don't think you can find the world football in that right back position. But I'll be honest right now. I don't blame Trent if he wants to leave Liverpool Football Club. I'm not going to call him a snake. I'm not going to insult him. I'm not going to say anything crazy against Trent. The reason why I am pro Trent, not against Trent, is the following. Look, as a player in your prime, you're about to sign a contract for the football club that you've supported your whole life, the city that you've grown up in. You yourself gave an interview saying it means more, so you understand the meaning of Liverpool Football Club. But at the same time, this means that you have to look at the way that the football club is operating as well in transfer windows. We have to analyze why Trent is even considering Real Madrid. This is Trent's logic, in my opinion. And this is just my opinion. It's like I'm Trent's cousin or something. But I think I'm going to give a fairly objective analysis of the situation. Trent can go to Real Madrid for the next 5 years, probably be a Ballon d'Or contender every year, make World 11s at right back, probably win 3 Champions Leagues, win 2 La Ligas, 3 La Ligas, play with the likes of Mbappe, play with the likes of Vinicius, play with the likes of Jude, play with the likes of Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Valverde, etc., etc., etc. Or you can put your future in the hands of Fenway Sports Group that have shown a lack of ambition ever since they've been Liverpool owners. I started this stream with Arne Slot for a reason. Arne Slot comes in after Jurgen Klopp, our most influential figure in the modern era. We proceed to then make profit in Arne Slot's first transfer window, which should be the transfer window where we spend the most money to announce to the whole world that we're going to back the manager. We're going to support the manager. We're going to help elevate this team. We proceed to make a profit in Arne Slot's first season in charge of Liverpool Football Club. Don't you think the likes of Trent, Van Dijk, Salah, Alisson want to see fresh faces in the team, want to see faces that can actually help take them to the next level when they have been let down by other individuals in the team across multiple different seasons? They want someone different who they would like to trust in May, who they would like to pass the ball to in May and make a difference. Hello, Allah Farhad. And make a difference. And I'm going to give my unpopular opinion. I'm going to take you guys back to May. Let's assume, for the sake of argument, and I'm just going to throw out random names, so please don't get offended by the name I use. Let's say we sign Kerkez or Ait Nouri, whoever. I'm just going to give 4 random names. Let's say we sign Zubamendi, Kerkez, and I don't know, Inacio last summer. I think Trent would have signed a contract already. I'm not even exaggerating. That's genuinely what I actually believe. I fully believe that Trent would have probably signed a contract, the first one out of the 3, had we just shown more ambition in the summer. All these players have elite mentality. You want to know why Salah hates when people like myself say that Liverpool are the underdogs? Because Salah has an elite mentality. That's why he's the best player in the world, and I'm on a YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. There's a reason for that. Elite mentality. Never undersells himself. But with me, I have to say Liverpool are underdogs because it's November. So it's way too early for me to say, we're going to destroy everyone. No. It's November. I'm relaxed. I'm calmed down. I'm enjoying the moment. Slot is cooking. Do your thing. But with Trent, it's so obvious what's happening at Real Madrid. Real Madrid are building the Galacticos. Saliba, Trent, Alphonso Davies. Listen to the starting 11, chat. Courtois, Trent, Saliba, Rudiger, Alphonso Davies, Valverde, Camavinga, Bellingham, Rodrigo, Mbappe, Vinny Jr. That is what they're trying to build right now in their mind. Forget how it comes out on the pitch. Forget blah, blah, blah. No. That's what they're trying to build on the football pitch. Right there. They're trying to do Galacticos 2.0. Alphonso Davies, I think, is gone to Real Madrid, and he's a free agent. So that's going to be on a free. Trent, in January, can sign a pre-contract to Real Madrid on a free agent. Saliba will be the only one that costs money. And now they have a team ready. Saliba, Trent, Alphonso Davies. Ready team. Saliba is the only one they're actually going to pay money to. The others are all free. And even Xabi Alonso, see, Lex just mentioned that. Even Xabi Alonso might be like the next Real Madrid manager. All of these things are possibilities, and that's the Real Madrid perspective. The Trent perspective is the following. I'm sat here this summer with Arne slot. He's assessing me, and I'm assessing him a little bit, trying to see if like he can actually help me win stuff. And we end up signing no one. Why? Can I understand why? Because he assessed the squad, and apparently he said we want Zubimendi only. Bullshit, by the way. No manager is going to knock on Richard Hughes or Michael Edwards' door and say, just get me Zubimendi or get me no one. If Trent leaves Liverpool Football Club, I would not be angry at him whatsoever. I get it. Because I've been saying the same thing about our owners, that he probably feels deep down inside. Lack of ambition. Lack of actually wanting to win. Do I trust my future in the hands of FSG? Or do I trust my future in the hands of Florentino Perez, who does whatever is required to win? Win at all cost. And this is what brings us now full circle back to this conversation. Honest question. Let's say last summer we signed Zubimendi, Inacio, and Ait Nouri. Do you guys think Trent extends his contract? Put 1 in the chat if you think he extends his contract if we sign those 3 players. Put 2 in the chat if you don't think he extends his contract. Tell me honestly your honest opinion right now. And I'm not going to be mad at it. Whatever your opinion is, I'm going to respect your opinion. Had we signed Zubimendi, Ait Nouri, Inacio this summer, would he have extended? We have a couple of 1s here, couple of 2s. 1s, 2s. Okay. 2 1s here, Cliff and Aisha. I understand why there is a split in the opinion. Because maybe it is a stretch from myself. Maybe it's me thinking a bit too much. But I do believe had the club shown a bit more ambition, I think he would have stayed. To be honest with you. Now, the issue with this whole conversation is the club that actually wants Trent. Fuck James Pearce. Fuck James Pearce. Here's the thing with the club. We have to look at the size of the club and the type of the club that wants Trent. It's not like Borussia Dortmund want Trent. It's not like Bayern Munich want Trent. It's not like someone like that wants Trent. Real Madrid wants Trent. Real de Madrid. The biggest club in the planet want Trent Alexander-Arnold. And that, of course, is not something that happens often. The fact that an English player is wanted by Real Madrid. This is the thing. There is a level required in order for Trent to change his mind and want to leave Liverpool Football Club. And we must all be honest. And we must all acknowledge Real Madrid are the biggest club in the world. Everyone stop lying to yourselves. Everyone stop fooling yourselves. Everyone stop bullshitting. Real Madrid are the biggest club in the planet. They simply are. They're the biggest club on the planet. Now, when it comes to Real Madrid and their level and all of that type of stuff, look, because it's them who want him, it will always be difficult latching on. It will always be difficult keeping someone like that, to be honest with you, because it's the biggest club in the world. And I think this is where this is like a negative from our perspective. It's not just a random club that want him, it's the club. And I'm very upset and sad at the thought that Trent could be playing for a different football club. But I am not mad at Trent. I really am not mad at Trent. The reason why Haaland would reject someone like Madrid if they came calling is because Manchester City are doing their best to try to win, and they have been successful continuously in this Premier League and have even won a Champions League. I don't think have Liverpool given their all to be successful and win and compete season in, season out? Honest answer, no. Honest answer, no. I'm not mad at Trent at all. I'm not. If he leaves, I'll wish him good luck. You know, except if he faces us. But it's not like I'm gonna hate him or any of that stuff. This is not Torres to Chelsea. This is not Sterling to Man City. This is neither these things. This is not Michael Owen playing for Man United. This is the biggest club in the world. Chills gets what I'm saying. When Madrid come knocking, it's a different knock. This is why when an Arsenal fan asks me, Husam, do you think Saliba's gonna go to Real Madrid? My honest answer to him directly is yes. I think Saliba will end up going to Real Madrid because it's that knock. It's that club knocking on your door. It's a different level of club. It's a different animal. It's a different monster. And I'm looking at the way that we operate, and why the hell would you say no to Ballon d'Or opportunities, winning Champions Leagues, winning La Ligas, being a Real Madrid player? For what? For what? Like, if we shown ambition and if we wanted to win consistently, I think Trent would have signed a contract already. And I think this is where we fall, you guys. And listen, let's not sit up here and look. I acknowledge, and I've always acknowledged, that FSG have done positive things for Liverpool Football Club. They have done, renovate the stadium, blah, blah, blah. They've done good things for Liverpool. The problem that I have is, have they went above and beyond to try win? The answer to that is no. Perfect example is COVID season. We were top of the league in January. Van Dijk, Matip, Gomez out at the end of the season, but we were top of the league. Any serious football club would have signed serious centre-backs in that January. We signed Ozan Kabak and Ben Davies, a hologram. There's a reason why we lost the league that season. And people keep talking about Klopp loyalty, this, Klopp loyalty, that. Guys, look at Klopp. Just look factually at who Klopp wanted. Who did Klopp want to sign for Liverpool? Chouameni, Bellingham, Caicedo. Guy has quite an expensive taste. It's not like he's getting random people that no one heard of. He's looking at like actual very good players that he wanted to sign for the football club. Yes, he made some mistakes like Nunes, etc. We know that. But I'm talking about the best of the best. Klopp always eyed them. Maybe he had to be loyal to his players because he could not think of someone that he could say bye-bye to unless we did bring in a Chouameni or bring in a Bellingham or bring in a Caicedo. I shaved my hair live on YouTube because I fully believed that we were going to get Jude Bellingham. And I fell for everything. I fell for the whole his dad supports Liverpool, he's given us his word, blah, blah, blah. Jude Bellingham goes from a very good player at Borussia Dortmund to Ballon d'Or contender at Real Madrid, Liga Player of the Year. People like Trent look at that stuff, you guys. Whether you guys like it or not, this is the reality. And this is why I'm not going to cuss him out if he leaves. I'm not going to insult him. I'm not going to say anything crazy. I'm not going to say anything wild. I am not going to say, oh, Trent, you're this, Trent, you're that. Why should I? That's the Real Madrid knock. It's a different type of knock. It's a different level of knock. There's levels to this football thing, you guys. And had we behaved like we're supposed to, won 3 league titles, 2 Champions Leagues, 3 Champions Leagues, always wanted to win, sign the best players, sign the best, I think we'd be in a different position right now. I think had we signed Zubamendi and Ait Nouri or someone like that, I think Trent probably signs. He goes like, okay, maybe we're changing now. We want to win. And that's the problem that I have. So, yeah. Big up to Offer Spill, who says, Trent will stay, Husam. He's our next captain and next legend. He's painted in the wall and at the streets at Merseyside. He's the new soul. Listen, I don't think he will 100% leave. I'm not in the camp of Trent's gone. I'm telling you, look, I put myself in his shoes, Offer Spill. Let's be objective here. I put myself in his shoes. Real Madrid are coming, calling, knocking for you. You've seen them win 3 Champions Leagues in 5 years. You've seen them win 3 La Ligas. Your friend Jude Bellingham went from a very good player at Dortmund to Ballon d'Or contender because he went to Real Madrid. It's the best of the best. It's the club in world football, my guy. Like, that's the thing. It's the biggest club in world football. And on top of that, we have owners that don't show the ambition and wanting to win at all cost. I'm always pro player, specifically if it's a player on this level. Like, I'm pro Trent. I'm not pro FSG. I'm not going to be on FSG's side. I'm going to be on Trent's side. The reason I'm going to be on Trent's side is this just shows that we lack ambition and we don't seriously want to win. And I'm actually slowly accepting that Trent is probably off to Real Madrid. I ain't even going to lie. I am slowly accepting this. I hope I'm wrong, but we shall see. Respect, Habibi. Let Trent go, bad attitude. Curtis should be the captain years down the line. Humble guy. Rather Mo and Van Dijk stay actual best of the best. Look, we spoke. I don't know, Singh, how long have you been watching this video. First of all, thank you for coming back as well, because I haven't seen your name in a while. And thank you for the super chat. Look, short term, Salah and Van Dijk are more important for us winning in the short term, 100%. But long-term future, Trent is very important because Trent can bring those winning qualities onto the pitch with the stuff he's learned from those players. The issue, once again, Singh, is Real Madrid are calling. Now, I don't think Trent has a bad attitude. I don't think Trent has a bad attitude at all, to be honest with you. I really don't. I really don't think Trent has a bad attitude. I think it's just the allure of playing for Real Madrid. And at the same time, our owner is not showing ambition. I mean, Singh, me and you both literally are FSG out for a reason. I just want us to show ambition and want to win, man. And then I'd be FSG in. Just show me the ambition that you want to fucking win, bro. That's it. I'm not asking for much. CR7 and Thierry did. So I don't blame anyone wanting Madrid or Barca in their resume. Tahiyati, hala wallah, JJ Ash. Smash the like button and subscribe, people. Make sure you guys are listening to him. I turned into Tyrese Halliburton there. Make sure you guys are listening to him and liking and subscribing. And here's the thing, JJ. 15 years from now, players like that will be remembered fondly anyway. Thierry Henry went to play for Barcelona, the same team that beat Arsenal in the Champions League final in 2006, and he's still remembered fondly. Cristiano Ronaldo went to play for Real Madrid and was still remembered fondly by the Manchester United fans. And I understand, bro. I understand. I go to the gym. I have big biceps, alhamdulillah. I have very good muscles. Muscle group. Get me? Alhamdulillah, the muscles are good. But I know when I walk into the gym, there's probably 2 people that have better muscles than me. This is the reality. There is a Real Madrid in this world. They have 15 Champions Leagues. They have 15 Champions Leagues. If Arsenal win the next 14 Champions Leagues in a row, they still have less Champions Leagues than Real Madrid. If Arsenal, listen to this again, if Arsenal win 14 Champions Leagues in a row, 14, they still have less Champions Leagues than Real Madrid. Are you guys aware of how insane that is? Liverpool Football Club could win the next 8 Champions Leagues in a row and still have less Champions Leagues than Real Madrid. AC Milan could win the next 7 Champions Leagues in a row and still have less Champions Leagues than Real Madrid. Man United, God forbid, could win the next 11 Champions Leagues in a row and still have less Champions Leagues than Real Madrid. And that's the level we're talking about of a football club. And that's why I'm not going to be mad at Trent. Because it's Real Madrid. It's Real Madrid, bro. If it wasn't Madrid, I would agree. If we signed players in the summer, I think he would be mulling over that offer regardless if they made him an offer. No, I understand. Of course, the allure of Real Madrid is there. But all I'm saying is if the club showed some form of ambition, if the club showed the willingness to want to win, if he showed the ambition to want to be successful, I think that would have swayed him a little bit. Does that mean he 100% would have signed the contract? No. 100% no. But regardless, I won't blame the guy because I understand. Life is about perspective. I put myself in his shoes and I understand his perspective. That's what I'll honestly say. Trent will be for Real what Trippier. Oh, you're so Omar Hussein. Ya Habibi, ya Omar. My brother Trent has more quality in his left toe than Trippier has in his whole body. Where are we going with this? Where are we going with this, Omar Hussein? Man said Trent for real. Man said Trippier. I should end the stream right now. I should end the stream right bloody now. Man said Kieran Trippier, you know. Kieran Trippier, you know. Oh my God. That is the worst thing you've ever said in your life. Bro, it's just not gonna happen, brother. It's just that. Listen, what we're not gonna do is sit up here and compare to Kieran Trippier, bro. Come on. Bro, where are we going with this? Where are we going with this? I said Kieran Trippier, you bum. You bum. Have some shame. Listen, thank you for the super chat, but have some shame, bro. There is no way you could say that, bro. I said Kieran Trippier. Have some shame, man. Have some shame. I swear to God. Have some shame. You're such a fraud. Whoa. Whoa. That's haram, brother. That's haram. That is haram. That is insanely haram.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Haram. Big up to Offer Spill again, who says, I see the Real Madrid point, but Trent has the Liverpool blood. He will not leave Husam if he gets a new contract. He's a red for life, like Matt Letizia was for the Saints. Mark my words. I mean, look, I would. I'm losing hope slowly just because of the time. Like, here's the thing. After a month and 13 days, all these players, all of them, Trent, Salah, and Van Dijk can sign pre-contracts with other clubs. That's why I'm a little bit worried, but I'm with you. Listen, my emotions say Trent is staying. My emotions say that Trent is staying. I'll be so honest with you. Like, emotionally speaking, I think Trent will stay. But if I put myself in his shoes and I'm like, shit, Real Madrid are coming calling, and then I go into the dressing room, I look at Chiesa, I'm like, bro, I'm out, man. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm with you emotionally. I'm 100% with you. Offer spell. Emotionally, yes, Trent will stay. He's a born and bred red, all that good stuff. But right now, bro, I don't know, man. I just don't know, man. It's just, yeah. Maybe emotions aside, I hear where you're coming from. But right now, bro, objectively speaking, I think it's very difficult to say no to Real Madrid. But I'm with you. I wouldn't be like shocked if he signed the contract. I really wouldn't. I really wouldn't. And regardless, thank you for your super chat offer spill. Listen, thank you to everyone who sent in a super chat offer spill. Omar, Chiesa, Selection, JJ, Singh, Arjan, Ryan, Redline Tiranga, Eddie, Hamid, and Aaron. Big up to every single super chatter. Thank you guys so much for showing us so much love and support. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing on your way out as well. We want to hit 41,000 subscribers. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. UK time, inshallah, I have a Liverpool show and I have Ahwa at 10 p.m. UK time. So there's a lot for us to talk about. There's a lot for us to discuss. Please do hit the like button right now and subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. Also, I have decided we're gonna raid Flawless after the stream because Flawless is doing a 13k subscribers Q&A. I want you all to spam his chat with Husam raid. Every single one of you guys, please spam Flawless chat. Go show him some love as well. Spam his chat with Husam raid right now. We're gonna be raiding Flawless. I'm gonna be in his comment section as well saying Husam raid. Big up to all of you guys as well. A lot of these guys is people. A lot of the people in the chat watching the stream for the whole time as well. So I appreciate and love every single one of you guys. No, it's not legal. That's why they have to wait till January. But in January, they can sign pre-contracts. You get me? So it's going to be Husam Raid in the chat for Flawless. Big up Chills. Big up everyone in the chat. And see you guys tomorrow, inshallah. Peace.